We're going to start with very, very easy sums. Well, for you guys, we're going to start with not so bad. And then we're going to go and escalate them from there. So, of course, I'm going to do number one with you guys. Then I'm going to give you some minutes to do some of these. Okay, so let's get going with number one. Number one says 2x minus 8 is equal to 12. Where are we going to start solving this one? 2x minus 8 is equal to 12. I should probably put up the chat so I can see your responses. Nice, Alice. We're going to take 8 over, which means it's going to become a plus 8, right? And then I have a 2x is equal to 12 plus 8, which is 20. And then how do we get rid of my 2 in front of the x? Alice is always ready. Divided by 2 on both sides. Therefore, my x is equal to 10. Easy enough, right? Okay. So I'm going to need you guys to first do number 4 and number 10. All right. And based on the mark allocation, I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes. So it's 18:04 now. At 18:07, we are checking. But once you are finished with a question, just post your answer in the chat. Please do not be shy, right? We're not here to judge each other. We are here to learn together. So just send it. If you're still not confident enough to send it in the general chat, then DM me, like direct message me your answer. Then we will check it at 18:07. So go. We're doing 4 and 10. All right. Welcome to everybody who's just joined. Nice. Singyan already has answers for both 4 and 10. Everyone who just joined, we are trying questions on our own. And right now we're doing number 4 and 10. And we have until 18:07 to do them. I see Singyan already has sent me 2 solutions there for number 4 and 10. So even if your answer is already in the chat, guys, please send it so that I know that you're working. Oh no, we're starting off with 4 and 10 for now. We're going to get to 19 and 22 just now. Okay, it seems like our answers are unanimous. So I'm just going to wait. There's only 1 minute left for everyone else who's still trying them. And that's time. Okay, let's check. I'm going to start off with number 4. So we have a 3x plus 4 is equal to negative 20. We're going to start off by taking my positive 4 over, and it will become a negative 4. So I'm going to have a 3x is equal to negative 20 minus 4. Okay? Then I have a 3x is equal to negative 24. Divide both sides by 3. These will cancel, and therefore x is negative 8. Nice, guys. This is the answer that most of us got, the ones who answered. Let's go with 10. A 3x plus 6 is equal to 6. I'm going to take my 6 over to get rid of it, and I'm going to end up on the right-hand side with 6 that was originally there, minus the 6 that I have just now brought to the side. So then 3x will be equal to 0. And if I divide both sides by 3, that gives me x is also 0. Nice, guys. Great. Let's get going with number 19 and number 20. It is currently 18:08. At 18:11, we are checking 19 and 20. Remember, if you have an answer, you put it in the chat. And I'm expecting way more than I got in the first round. There's 17 of us in here, so I need more answers, guys. Thank you, Alice. Shout out to Maureen. I see your answer. So far, we only have 2 responses, okay? There's still 2 minutes left. It's okay, Alice. That's the point of checking, right? I'm just glad that you guys are trying, honestly. That's mainly what I am happy for in this case. Can we have more responses, please? So far, I have 1, 2, 3 out of 18. With 1 minute left. It's okay. We're going to check it just now. Thank you, Londeka. Alice has adjusted 19. Okay. What has everyone else got? 10? Got 10? Phew, English. Nice. Tlale's coming through with her answers. Remember, guys, this is a revision class. That means you have to do the sums as well. Okay. And that is time. Thank you, Ariane, for being the last one before time was up. So let's check 19. Remember, you can put in your answers as you get them. You don't have to finish both of them and then put in answers. Okay, so let's check 19. I have a half x minus 2 is equal to 5. Okay, so there's 2 ways to do this. For this one, I'm going to start off by taking my negative 2 over to the other side. So then I have a half of x is equal to 5 plus 2. So a half of x is equal to 7. To get rid of my half, I'm going to times both sides by 2. Because these will cancel out, and this will give me, therefore, x is equal to 14. Nice. That is the point of this whole exercise, right? Everyone, if you didn't get the right answer, just check which step you went south on. That's it. See, it's not that deep. Do we all see our mistakes? Hopefully, hopefully. Okay. Nice, Alice. That's the point of this exercise. 22 says 6 is equal to x divided by 6 minus 2. All right. For this one, I am choosing to get rid of my denominator first, which means I'm going to have to multiply everyone by 6. Okay. So then these 6's will cancel. And then on my left-hand side, I have a 6 times 6, which is 36, is equal to x minus 12. From here on, we can move my 12 to the left-hand side. So then I have a 36 plus 12 is equal to x. Therefore, x is 48. Happy? Can we have a thumbs up, thumbs down? But this time my thumbs up, thumbs down means I have seen my mistakes and I know where I went wrong and this makes sense. All right. There we go. Now for this to work, we all have to participate, guys. Right? Nice, Sanyani. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's move on. So in this case, I am going to do 5 with us. We're going to do 5 together. And then I'm going to tell you which ones you guys are going to do on your own. So let's look at 5. Right? 5 says negative 3x plus 5 is equal to negative 10. I want my x on its own, which means my first step will be to move this 5 over. Nice, Alice. So then I have a negative 3x is equal to negative 10 minus the 5 that I've just brought over. So then negative 3x will be, what's negative 10 minus 5? Nice, negative 15. To get x on its own, I have to divide both sides by negative 3. Therefore, okay, these will cancel. X is equal to a negative and a negative, positive 5. Great. Okay, I need you guys to get me started off with number 17, and then number 20 and 23. Okay, the time currently is 18:15. I'm giving you until 18:19 to do all 3 of these. Okay, so that's 4 minutes. If you're not sure, you ask me in the chat. And if you find an answer, you post it in the chat. There's currently 19 of us now, so I'm expecting way more answers than I've been getting. Okay, so let's get going. 17, 20, 23. You have 4 minutes. Go. Okay, Alice has already locked in her answer for 17. We still have 3 minutes. Oh, Alice is on fire. Great to have another answer in my DMs. And Entle. Great, answers are coming in. We have 2 minutes to go. Can I have more answers from everyone else, please? So far, I have Alice, Ronewa, Entle, and Senyani, and Londeka. Great, we're making progress. Working at a steady pace. I like it. Good, guys. Keep sending those answers in. We have a minute and some seconds left. Okay, couple of seconds left. Can we lock in our last few answers, please? Has anyone answered 23 so far? Okay, I see Alice's answer. Okay, finish off. Great, we have another answer for number 23, and that is time. All right, let's check. Let us check. Great. So 17. For 17, we have 6 is equal to negative 6x plus 18. I want my x to be on its own, so I'm going to take my positive 18, excuse me, over to that side, and it will become negative 18. So I have a 6 minus 18 is equal to negative 6x. What is 6 minus 18? 6 minus 18 is negative 12. Thank you. Is equal to negative 6x. Divide by negative 6 on both sides. Therefore, x is, what's negative 12 divided by negative 6? 2. Great. All right. Let's go to number 20. Number 20 says 5 is equal to negative a half x plus 2. Once again, 2 needs to go, right? So then 5 minus 2 this time is equal to negative a half x. 5 minus 2 is 3 is equal to negative 1 over 2. Actually, I need to leave some space in front of 1 over 2. X. How do I get rid of a negative a half? How did we do it? How do we get rid of negative a half? Times negative 2 over 1. Okay, so these will cancel each other out. Therefore, x is, what is negative 2 times 3? Negative 6. Nice. And then 23, which we all seem to be a little bit uneasy about. Let's see how this goes. 8 minus 2x divided by 4 is equal to negative 8. I am going to times by 4 on both sides to get rid of my denominator of 4. So these will cancel out. So then I'll be left with 8 minus 2x is equal to negative 32. We take our 8 over to the other side. So then negative 2x is equal to negative 32 minus 8. So negative 2x is, what's negative 32 minus 8? Nice, Marlene. Negative 40. Divide both sides by negative 2. Therefore, x is 20. Did we find our mistakes? Sometimes it's a sign mistake or an answer mistake. Whatever it is, as long as we found our mistakes. Can we have a thumbs up, thumbs down on these 4 questions? Lovely. I like it. You guys are participating. I only have 2 thumbs up, guys. That is terrible. I'm going to need more responses than that. If you don't send your answers in the chat, at least check them. But you need to be participating, okay? This is a participation lesson. Okay, I'll take whatever I can get and move on. Okay, I am going to do 11, and then I'll let you know what we are doing after that. Okay, so 11. Are we going to use factors to solve 11? That's my question. Equals 3x. No, we are not. Thank you, Alice. We are not, okay? Because we cannot make these equal to anything because currently there is no 0 there and we have an x squared that is on its own. So what is my solution here? How are we going to work this out? We cannot use factors, so we have to times it out. Do you see that? So I'm going to start by foiling this. Inner and last. So my first is x times x, which will give me x squared. Then my outer will give me negative 3x. Inner is 3 times x, so it is plus 3x. And last is negative 3 times positive 3, which is negative 9. Minus the x squared that was already there, and this is 3x. Okay. Now, let's look at our like terms on the left-hand side. I have an x squared minus x squared. What happens to those? They're gone. It's 0. Nice, Alice. And a negative 3x plus 3x. What happens to those? They're also gone. So I'm just left with negative 9 is equal to 3x. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 3 so that these two guys can cancel out. And what is negative 9 divided by positive 3? Nice. X is equal to negative 3. Great. Okay, I'm going to need you guys for me to do 15 and 17. Okay, it is currently 18:25. You have until 18:29 to finish those two questions. So let's get solving, guys. When you find an answer, you post it in the chat. Oh, we are 2 minutes in. Any answers for 15? One minute and we haven't had a single answer. Are we struggling, guys? Or is it just taking longer? That I can deal with. But if you have no idea where to start, then please send a message and ask. Or it just takes longer. Okay, Tally. Thank you. Enter. Where did you start? Did you expand the brackets? Remember, x plus 4 squared means x plus 4 times another x plus 4. Okay, Jack has an answer for us. We're going to go through it just now. It is anyway 1829. So let's see. I have a feeling more of us are stuck here. Thank you for being brave enough to say it out loud, guys. Okay, let's see with 15. I keep writing with my highlighter. So in 15, we have an x plus 4 squared equals x plus 4. Nope, x minus 3. Jeez. X minus 3 squared. Great. So this squared means you have your two brackets that are the same kind, right? Guys, why would I not square root this? I need to hear this. Square rooting both sides, is that a good idea? No. Does anybody know why? I just want to see what you guys are thinking. Okay, let's FOIL, okay? First, x times x. What's x times x? X times x, we have a x squared. Thank you. And then outer is 4 times x, which is plus 4x. Inner is another 4 times x. And last, we have 4 times 4, so plus 16. So Rolibua, you try to square root them. I'm going to tell you just now at the end why we can't square root them. Okay, and then we have another foiling situation here again. So x times x again, which is x squared. Outer is negative 3 times x, so minus 3x. Inner is another minus 3x. And last is negative 3 times negative 3. And that is plus 9. All right. So I'm guessing some of you got this far, and then you got nervous. All right. So here's what I suggest. Take everything over to one side. Okay. So then I'm going to end up with x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16. Okay. X squared is going to go over, so it's going to become minus x squared. These two are going to be plus 3x plus 3x. And then positive 9 is going to go over and become minus 9. And we are left with nothing this side, so equals 0. Then we have to check our like terms. So x squared minus x squared, what happens to my x squares? X squared minus x squared, they're gone. Okay. And then 4x plus 4x plus 3x plus 3x. How much is that? 4, 8, 11, 14x. All right. And then lastly, I have plus 6 minus 9. What is 6 minus 9? Minus 3 is equal to 0. Did I add correctly? It's 16, no wonder, because I was like, no, man, something looks off. It's 16, guys, not 6. Positive 16 minus 9. What's positive 16 minus 9? 7. There we go. That looks better. All right. And now we are going to take the 7 over, and it becomes what? 14x equals negative 7. Divide both sides by 14. Therefore, x is equal to what? Negative a half. Did anybody get that one? Yes, I see Marlene. Jack got a half. I'm doubting myself about this adding thing. Let me check again. Okay, x squared 4x 16. X squared, negative, negative, positive. Okay. Negative. 4, 8 plus 6 is 14. And positive 16 minus 9. Okay, it's correct. Singani, did you find your mistake? Nice. I like when you say oh, because that's like, oh, it's the equivalent of that to me. Why do we move the sum that other side? So that we can check for like terms, Entle. If they are scattered, then you can't even tell where the like terms are, right? So I move them all on the side because if they were scattered, were we going to be able to get rid of this x squared? It would have been very difficult. Do you agree? X squared had to come over to the side so that we can minus them. You end up with x squared, they're gone. And then you had all these x's that you can add, and then you can also add the numbers. Everything was on opposite or different sides. My 16 was here, my 9 was over there. Some x's were here, some were over that side. Okay. So we needed to get it on one side so that we can add my like terms and see what happens. Because at this point, we didn't know what was going to happen. It's possible that we were going to end up with a trinomial, but we wouldn't have known that unless we moved everything to one side. All right, now let's check 17. Anyone tried 17 yet? 3x minus 4 times 3x plus 4 minus 3x minus 2 squared equals a 0. Jack has an answer for me. Okay, let's do it together. I'm going to start off by foiling these two guys. All right, 3x times 3x. What is my first term? 3x times 3x. My first term is 9x squared. Thank you. Then 3x times positive 4. That is plus 12x. And then the inner one is negative 12x because this time it's 3x times negative 4. All right. And then negative 4 times 4. Minus 16. Minus. Now I'm going to expand these brackets so that I can FOIL them as well. So I'm going to write them as two brackets. So 3x minus 2 times 3x minus 2. And this is all equal to 0. So once again, we're going to FOIL. So the first part, I'm just going to rewrite as it is because we're not doing anything with it, right? So 9x squared plus 12x. Actually, what does plus 12x minus 12x do? What happens to those two terms? They're gone, right? It's a 0. So this is 0, and we're left with minus 16. And then I'm going to keep my negative outside, and we'll see why just now. Now let's FOIL. 3x times 3x. Again, we have 9x squared. 3x times negative 2 is minus 6x. Another minus 6x. And what's negative 2 times negative 2? That is positive 4 equals 0. Now this negative, what is this negative outside the bracket going to do? What's that negative going to do? It's going to change all the signs inside. So then I have a minus 9x squared plus 6x plus another 6x minus 4 equals 0. Now, like terms, I have a 9x squared minus 9x squared. What happens there? It is 0. They're gone. Then I have a negative 16 minus 4. Negative 16 minus 4 is negative 20. And then 6x plus 6x plus 12x equals 0. We can see there is no factorizing here, so we can move my negative 20 over to the other side. So then I'm left with 12x is equal to positive 20. Then we divide both sides by 12. These guys are gone, but what is my lowest common factor, or highest common factor, excuse me, between 20 and 12? 4. How many times does it go into 12? 3 times, and into 20 are 5 times. So then my answer is 5 over 3. And if we simplify that, that is 1 2/3. Nice. Nice, guys. Let me see anyone who got that right. Yes, Jack. Beautiful. Everyone else, do you see where you were stuck? Have we fixed it? Great. Let me zoom out so we can do a screenshot. There we go. All right. Now, I want us to work with factors. We'll do exponents another day. Let's work with factors. Okay, I'm going to do 9 with you guys now. So I have a x squared times 4x minus 1 plus 16 times 1 minus 4x. Tell me something about those two brackets that you can see there. What do you notice about those two brackets? They are almost the same. What is different? What is the one thing about those two brackets that's different? Okay, the one, it's not just the placing. The one is negative here and positive there. And then the 4x is positive here, but negative there. So how are we going to make these two brackets look alike? How are we going to? You forgot the method. That's okay. Arian, you're saying something that is, I think, what I'm looking for, but I need you to say it properly. Times by -1. Sorry, I thought it was x -1. That's why I'm like, what? So we're going to times by -1 or take out a -1, which is going to cause the 16 to be what? If I am factoring out a -1, nice, minus 16. And then, do you see these brackets? My 4x will now become positive, and my 1 will become negative. Now, what? We have two brackets, and they're the same. So what do we do with those two brackets? 4x minus 1, they don't cancel out. We can't equate to 0 because we still have two separate terms over here. We don't divide. What are the methods of factorization, guys? Let's list them quickly. Highest common factor, trinomials, difference of two squares. But highest common factor includes common what? Not factors. Common brackets. So can't I take out 4x minus 1 as a common bracket? Do you see that? Yes. So I take out 4x minus 1. What's left on my first term if I take out 4x minus 1? This is my first term over here. x squared. And what's left on my second term if I do that? This one. Minus 16 equals 0. Nice, guys. Have we factorized this fully? Have we factorized it fully? No, because we can still do what? Difference of two squares. So I'm going to open my two brackets here. Equals 0. X and x. What are my symbols inside the brackets? Well, we have a 4 and a 4 here. That's true. And then a plus and a minus. Great. Now I have 3 factors equal to 0. So what is my next step? My next step is equate to 0. So that means that 4x minus 1 is 0, or x plus 4 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to 0. Great, guys. Let's work on the first solution. 4x is equal to 1 goes over is 1. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So what's my first solution? X is equal to a quarter. My second solution, what happens if the 4 goes over? Or x is equal to negative 4. And the last one, or x is equal to 4. Beautiful. That was a nice long one. Okay. Are we good, guys? Kinda. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you guys to do 10 for me. I want us to do 12 together. But now I'm looking at the time. It's fine. Let's do 12. Let's do 12. What do you see in 12? Talk to me, guys. X squared times 5x minus 4. Nice. We have a common bracket. Minus x times 5x minus 4. Minus 2 times 5x minus 4. So what are we going to do with this common bracket? We're going to take it out. So 5x minus 4. What's left for my first term over here? X squared. What's left for my second term? Minus x. And what's left for my final term? Minus 2. Great. Equals 0. Are we done factorizing here? What other method can we use here? How do we factorize the second bracket? It's a trinomial. Thank you. So I'm going to have 2 brackets equals 0. What are my 2 factors for x squared? X and x. My first symbol, according to this first symbol over here, a negative. And does that mean I'm keeping or changing the second one? Changing to a positive. Great. And 2 only has 2 factors, which is 2 and 1. Which of them are negative? Negative 2. Nice. Because if you add these, we want to get an answer of negative x or negative 1. All right. And then I have my 3 factors. They're equal to 0. So what do we do now? Equate to 0. So firstly, it's 5x minus 4 equals to 0. Or x minus 2 equals to 0. Or x plus 1 equals to 0. Let's start with my first solution. I take the 4 over. It becomes a what? A positive 4. Then I divide both sides by 5. So my first solution, therefore, x is equal to 4 over 5. Great. Or I take my negative 2 over, it becomes positive 2, so x is equal to 2. And the last one, or x is equal to negative 1. Nice, guys. Remember, you actually don't need to use the K method here. All right, guys, let's call it a day.